himself into the lead. Miles.
Look at that shooting accuracy.
He's going to cross the line as a deserving World Cup final champion.
In Budapest, the city that has everything, we bring you the sport that has everything. The Modern Pentathlon World Cup taking place at the Bock Sports Centre in one of the world's most diverse and enthralling cities. We'll get ready for one of the world's most diverse and enthralling sports. All of it coming up in the men's final on this cloudy day. Yes, a storm is brewing, something's in the air. The pressure's increasing, the tension's increasing. But after the storm, who will be top of the pile? Who will stand in the Budapest sunshine and be the World Cup champion? We will discover in due course. If it's the first time you've seen Modern Pentathlon, let's run through how it all works. We start with fencing, direct elimination. 1 minute matches, 5 rounds, first to 5 touches, or the most touches in that 1 minute, and you keep going through to the obstacle course. 8 obstacles. Get all the way through in the fastest time possible and stand at the top of the wall and stare out over the rest of the pack. Then keep the points coming into the swimming pool. Freestyle to be top of the pile. 100 metres, 4 lengths of a 25-metre short course pool. All of that contributing to a staggered start and the laser run. The fastest will be victorious. Get across the line first and you win. But the challenge is that you've got to visit the range 5 times and get 5 hits needed to exit. That's where it can all change. But find the target and time it right, and the end's in sight. Bronze, silver, gold in World Cup competition. Ollie Hogben here, and I'm delighted to be alongside Mariam Emer, youth Olympian and 4-time World Championship medalist, for the last day of competition in front of a great crowd. What excitement awaits.
I mean, men's final, we have reduced those athletes down to just 18. We started with 4 qualification groups, so we have gone through every single part of this competition now, and we have 18 incredible athletes, all within reach of a podium finish.
That's what they're going for. Those medals, that's in the background. These are the gentlemen in the foreground. As Mariam said, an incredibly busy qualification process. 4 groups making it through to the final 18. Congratulations to all of them. We're going to look at them in a moment in the order that they performed in the fencing seeding round. More on what that means in due course. But there is plenty of time for everything to change. Ultimately, every athlete has their own bias, their own strength. And we'll explore those strengths as we meet these athletes now. They're going to make their way out onto the piste. Let's have a look at your contenders for World Cup gold. We start with Yuri Kovalchuk from Ukraine, the 24-year-old. He's very strong across the board, a good laser runner, and he was the best performer in his semi-final. Also from Ukraine, Maxim Harushev. He's from Kyiv, a couple of years older at 26 than Mr. Kovalchuk. He is a graduate of logistics management and transport, has worked in the Ukrainian Armed Forces. From the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and always bringing us a bit of style as he comes out onto the piste, it's Charlie Brown, the man who studies at the University of Bath. He's a World Championship medalist and a European Games gold medalist. He's ready for the reception. This man fulfills dual roles. He is an athlete, but he's also the principal entertainer for the crowd. Mihaly Kolizar, the Budapest man, will get everyone G'd up. From Czechia, 28-year-old Marek Gric, a mixed relay World Championship medalist. He has been 6th in World Cup final competition before, so keep a close eye on him. Based in Berlin, it's Moritz Klinkert. He is a youth medalist at World and European Championship level. He was 12th in this competition a year ago. He was top 10 at the World Cup in Egypt earlier on in the season. The chemical engineer from UCT Prague, Matusz Tuma, turned 26 last Sunday. Brilliant academically, brilliant at modern pentathlon. He's a European champion. Seb Forrest from Great Britain, the teenager who is an extraordinary young academic studying astrophysics at Bath. He's a multiple under-17 champion of the world. Brilliant, respected gentleman, Alexander Tovkai from Ukraine, a world championship medalist and the individual European champion in Budapest in 2024. From the Republic of Korea, Junung Tae, 30, from the brilliant sporting city of Seoul. He's a graduate of the Korean National Sport University, one of the most prestigious institutions of its kind in the world. From the great pentathlon nation of Egypt, Mohammed Hassan, really exciting. This is a teenage prospect who you daren't take your eyes off. We expect him to start very well. Great fencer and very good at the obstacle course. Representing the Republic of Korea, this is So Chang-won. He's 29 from the southwest of the country, another who's graduated from the Korean National Sport University, part of the Asian Games team that won gold in 2023. From the Paris suburbs, Hugo Fleureau, a Youth Olympic Games bronze medalist and a mixed relay medalist at the European Championships in Hungary in 2022. He's got happy memories of this place. And here is the hugely popular Csaba Boom from Hungary. He's from Pest County, very near to Budapest, the civil engineer who's going to engineer a great atmosphere in this arena. From the Ile-de-France in the north of the country, it's Léo Bory, a former junior world #1 and a world relay champion. That's the only time you'll see Mohamed El-Ashkar moving slowly in the entire day. The 24-year-old is one of the most explosive competitors out there. Watch for him trying to break the world record on the obstacle course, his own world record. Representing Germany, it's 30-year-old Marvin Dog, a fantastic fencer. We expect great things from him early on in this course. He's also a DJ, so if we have any issues with the music here, he can take over and run it for us. Dominic Olliard, his teammate from the beautiful city of Cologne, but he's trained a lot in wonderful Potsdam, another very fine fencer, very good swimmer as well. We'll watch for him early on in the competition. He was the top in the ranking round, the seeding system for fencing. My goodness me, Mariam, how do we get a winner out of that lot? It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, what a lineup. As we said, we filtered those athletes down to just 18. And we say just 18, but they're all worthy of medals here.
Beautifully put. Now we're going to start with fencing, and the screen will split in a minute into top and bottom. So piste A and piste B will be focusing on. This is the direct elimination pathway. All the way through, we will go to the top 2, and there will be a final. The winner will get 250 points, 244 points for second place, and so on as we go down. So we'll start with 2 effectively round of 32 matches because we've got 18 competitors. A little bit more housekeeping to bring you. 1-minute matches, épée style, so first to 5 touches wins the bout, or most touches in 1 minute. The athlete with a star by their name is the better performer from the seeding round. That will come into play in the event of a draw. They will advance automatically the privileges of rank. Bottom of the screen, we're underway. Kowalczuk on the left, Kolesar of Hungary on the right. Top of the screen, Harashev from Ukraine on the left, Brown from Great Britain on the right.
Yeah, Kolesar, the star of the show. We've seen just how much he's shaken the stadium yesterday in the semis. Definitely a crowd favorite. Looking to fill the shoes of Guzi Blanca, who just won gold yesterday as well. Kowalczuk and Kolesar stuck on 1 apiece now. Kolesar Needs to get through this round if he is to be a prospect for a medal here. Kowalczyk, though, in the semis looked undefeatable.
So we're very tight here. Top of your screen, we've got half the bout left between Harushev and Brown. A double touch makes it 2 apiece. So both contests locked at... Forget that, they're not locked at 2-2 because Mr. Kolizar has gone 3-2 up, and there'll be a roar, a pop from the crowd every time he scores a point.
Yeah, Kolizar, one of those athletes that just feeds off the crowd. Again, closing up distance nicely. Kowalczyk is very wary of going for an attack here. Kolizar, good blade work, goes for a flush. Kowalczyk goes down low and gets it. Levels the score, and you can see, you can actually hear a pin drop in the stadium now because the crowd is backing Kolizar here in Hungary.
I quite agree. There's a very peculiar tension about the place. Kolizar is one of those fascinating people who will bring the crowd from 0 to 60 in a fraction of a second. His body language is really important when he gets a point. So we'll stay with the bout on the bottom of the screen for now. Kowalczyk left, Kolizar right, and Kolizar has picked one off.
Kowalczyk locks out at the end there. Kolizar with that cart, just his blade there, but that was a beautiful touch from Kolizar.
Top of the screen, Harushev and Brown 3-all. That means Brown goes through in the event of a draw. Harushev has got to do something as Kolizar has won his contest. He's through, and Brown likewise is through. So there we go. And those two gentlemen are going to meet the top 2 seeds from the ranking round.
It's obviously very good to win your own bouts in the table of 32, but you know you're up against the 2 highest seeded fencers next. So, I mean, we've seen people do it. We've seen people defeat the highest seeded fencers, but at the same time, there comes a certain pressure with that and maybe a bit of fear as well. Well, I won't be feeling that today, though. He has the crowd.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. I don't think that Kolizar has felt a moment of fear, has he here? He probably is going to love the challenge of taking on one of the top seeds now. So that is the preliminary round, if you will, done and dusted. We're now into the top 16. So we've got a sequence of 8 matches to bring you. Then we'll go to the quarter-final stage, then to the semi-final, and to the final itself. It's direct elimination. This is the only part of a modern pentathlon that is a direct elimination tournament format. Kolizar, bottom left of your screen, against Dog, the German who was the 2nd best performer in the seeding round. What should we be watching for in the way that Dog fences?
I'm not quite sure how he's going to play this out. I mean, he's trying to be defensive here. Takes a counter 6 remise there. It is a good tactic. Not much to it, though. There's only 1 point up on the scoreboard now with 40 seconds to go. Kolizar again. Blade work is really important when you're going up against a tall guy such as Marvin Dog as well. I think if you focus too much on that, though, there could be advantages and disadvantages. If Kolizar, he might even miss an opportunity thinking about his opponent's blade too much. He goes for a flush and gets it. Stops me in my tracks there. Kolizar makes it level on points with Marvin Dog. Big points up for grabs in this table of 16 now. One of these athletes will advance through and get themselves that much closer to a medal.
You would not at all be surprised if Kolizar sneaks this, would you? Even though he's the lower ranks.
Yeah, it was a 2nd action there. Good tempo. Almost as if he was going to miss it, but never get your eyes off of Kolizar. Marvin Dog switching gears here, going for a bit of an offensive style. Takes the blade and does it. Second action as well. I mean, it's scrappy. There's no clear action, no clear plan by both of the athletes, but somehow a point just sneaks its way in with 10 seconds on the clock.
So we'll stay with the bottom of the screen. Kolizar and Dog. Kolizar needs to do something. A draw will send Dog through. And Dog is just waiting to pick up that point. Well done to him. This is what the experienced fencers do so well.
Yes, very true. With 2 seconds on the clock now, you have to think it's going to be Marvin Dog. Even if Golisar gets a point here, which he does, there's 0.3 on the clock and he needs one more.
Now we'll come back to Brown and Oliars in just a moment. But here goes Golisar, who just had a 100-meter sprint to try to get something out of that. Great effort from him, but well done to Marvin Dog. He is victorious. He goes into the quarter-final. He's the first gentleman to go into the quarter-final. Now, Mariam, Brown and Oliars, top of the screen.
Yeah, Oliars high-seeded, and you can see why. Look at that. Already snacks another point in now with 11 seconds to go. Just needs to level the score. Charlie Brown goes for an attack. Oliars closes up the distance. And it is another touch, and you have to favor Oliars at this moment, unless can Charlie Brown pull out something special here. Just checking that his weapon does work, and it does. Point counts for Oliars. Just a few seconds on the clock as well.
Just to remind you all, or to tell you if you're new to watching modern pentathlon, nobody's out of contention after any section of this course. All of it contributes to how they start the laser run, how far back they are from the leader, how much margin of error they've given themselves. So Oliars has really beaten Brown well. That was a great performance from him, and he would be hoping for that as the top-seeded fencer.
Yeah, Oliars moves over to the quarterfinals, and again, there's still so much to make up here. We still have OCR to go, we still have swimming. Some points can be made up in both disciplines. Meanwhile, though, Peace-B, Tofkai, and So on the bottom of your screen. So with the win in the semi-final direct elimination yesterday, he is looking on fire, but Tofkai now one up over So. Will we see So out of the competition this early on?
He's a clever gentleman, isn't he, Tofkai? Knows what he's doing. Had a great championships in Budapest at the Europeans in 2024, where he won the individual title. Also took team silver, relay bronze, and look at him go here. Now, this is interesting.
Yeah, Tofkai just admitted he just hit his own body with his points, so there's no touch there. Good sportsmanship.
Again, no surprise to see that from him. Or from any pentathlete, frankly. It's a very sporting world, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And there you have it. Just got a point by his own merit. Tofkai makes it 3-1 now, and So is looking like he's in trouble here. He was higher seeded, but Tofkai, he's having a good fencing day.
The other gentleman from the Republic of Korea is on the top left of your screen. Jun Ung-tae against the exciting Mohammed Hassan of Egypt, who's a teenager and one to really watch in the future. Tofkai is roaring past So. This is brilliant.
Tofkai is flying at this point, and if he can maybe carry that momentum into semis and finals as well, he could be in medal contention. Tofkai goes to the back of the piece now. So needs something special, tries to go for it. It's not going to be enough time, and Tofkai gets it anyways. That big roar from Tofkai, very well earned. Into the quarters, Mr. Tofkai.
That's going to be fantastic for his credentials, especially because we know he's a very fine swimmer. That will come later on. So well done to Tofkai. We've got an engrossing matchup going on at the top of your screen. And Hassan has managed a very important victory by a single-point margin over Jun Ung-tae. He is such a fascinating prospect, isn't he?
Yeah, fireball. He's full of energy, and it shows in every single discipline. Very explosive. You'll see it in the OCR as well. This man stops at nothing to get past his opponent.
There's a Metallica concert happening over the course of this weekend in Budapest. He is the equivalent of heavy metal music in the world of pentathlon.
I think that's a good analogy, yeah.
He's hard-hitting, he's all or nothing, and he's great to watch as a result. Bottom left of the screen, Seb Forrest of Great Britain. Hugo Fleureau of France, his opponent. Round of 16 in the fencing, direct elimination.
Hugo Fleureau now, quick footwork from him. Forrest trying to find the fence here, but no reaction from Fleureau. Hard to read his French opponent. Forrest now looking for counter six. Fleureau gives him nothing again. We're at 24 seconds, no touch, but Fleureau, I want to see a replay of that touch there. That was brilliant by Fleureau. Perfect timing.
And that's big, isn't it? When you're the seeded athlete and you've got the priority advantage in the event of a tiebreak, to get a score with less than half the bout going, or half the bout still to go, it puts you in a great position.
Yeah.
Come back to the top of the screen soon. Forrest and Fleureau, as Forrest has managed, has he? No, thought he had just for a moment.
Yeah, 6 seconds on the clock. It's going to be difficult for Forrest. This will be following Peace Be there because Fleureau doesn't wait for that time to take down. Makes it 2 now. Looks like Fleureau from this position advances. Let's see what Forrest can pull out. Another touch here. Yeah, I think it is Ugo Fleureau who will be moving forward. As we take a look at Piece A as well, Tuma versus Boom. Is Tuma gonna give the Hungarian crowd a heartbreak today? Callers are already out. I mean, Boom is their only hope at this point.
Fleureau, meanwhile, is just unsentimental. He's dismantled, said Forrest, who's himself an extremely good young fencer. That's majestic from Fleureau. Congratulations to him. He's a very good all-arounder as well. He's one of those people. We'll come back to that because Boom has turned it all around, hasn't he? He's now 3-1 up against Tuma. But as I was going to say about Fleureau, he's one of those people who can maybe operate under the radar because he's such a good all-arounder, and then suddenly he's right there in medal contention. Look at Boom.
Boom is flying here, and that is the informed Boom that we love to see. Had some issues last year, but he is back and back with a bang. Boom advances to the quarterfinals.
Crash, bang, boom it is. Tuma is departing. And the great popular Hungarian in front of his home crowd in a modern pentathlon mad nation has done very well. Now, bottom left of your screen, round of 16. This is Gric and Lashkar. We've got 2 more round of 16 matches to come.
Yeah, again, Gric and Lashkar. Gric with a similar style. He fenced yesterday, a bit like a statue, not giving you much, not giving you an in or anything to do, just trying to give that blade to Al-Ashkar, see what he does. Al-Ashkar has that all read out now. Al-Ashkar tries to take the high line. Again, this is gonna go down to the final few seconds here because 15 seconds with no points on the scoreboard. Gric goes for a flash and he gets it. 1-0 with 13 seconds on the clock. Remember, Al-Ashkar just needs a tie here.
It's a very frustrated reaction, wasn't it, from the Egyptian?
I mean, when you get close to the end of the time and your opponent just grabs a point at the end there, it is frustrating.
Now, top of the screen, Klinkert and Bory, double touch to make it 2-1 to the Frenchman. We'll return to that in due course as we look at Al-Ashkar, who we're going to be enthralled by, almost certainly in the obstacle course component coming up next.
Again, today's medal day, every point you can go faster, every point you can grab in any of the disciplines is going to go ways and ways towards the medals tomorrow. Today, actually, sorry, laser run.
Gric and Al-Ashkar getting to the close of play.
Ooh. 2.3 seconds. Al-Ashkar just needs one touch here, just needs to level that score. He has the priority with the star next to his name. Will he be able to get in a point with just 2 seconds? Needs to go for it. He launches himself. He doesn't get it. Gric responds. That is incredible blade work from Gric. 1.4. You think at this point it's going to be Gric who moves forward.
Wasn't that clever from Gric?
Very.
Picked his moment perfectly, and he's beaten Al-Ashkar. That's a huge win. That's gone against the seeding round. But if anyone can make up ground in the next section of the course, it is Al-Ashkar, who is the fastest obstacle course navigator in the world. Now, top of the screen, Klinkert and Bory. We've got a right old contest going on here. 4-3 to the German. Bory just needs a draw to go through as the top seed.
Yeah, Klinkert here trying to go for it. And engage and disengage. Bory doesn't give it to him, goes for a counter 8. There's nothing there yet. The distance is still wide open. Bory with the flush, but it's a double touch. Klinkert wins on piece A to make up the final athlete in the quarterfinals.
Isn't that interesting? 2 matches, the last 2 round of 16s going against the fencing seeding.
This is big. This is huge for the... And that's why if you have a bad day in fencing, seeding round or in semi-final, you always have a chance to make that up, whether it's in the same discipline in direct elimination or in other disciplines. You can make up that time in OCR, you can make up that time in swimming. So that is the exciting part about pentathlon. It's a fight till the end.
We've got Tovkai and Dog, bottom of the screen. That's 1 apiece. And on piste A, we are going to continue the action in this quarter-final stage. We've got on the left, Mohamed Hassan, the teenager from Egypt, and Dominic Oliars, the 26-year-old from Germany, on the right. We'll come back to that. Let's just look at Tovkai and Dog for a moment.
Yeah, Dog keeping his composure. Tovkai pushing for an attack here. Dog is going to go for a flash. It's a double touch. Halfway to go now. Both athletes have fenced each other multiple times on multiple occasions. Very experienced fencers, both of them, with Olympic participation under their belt already. Marvin Dog, again, same technique. Moves to the back of the piece now. Tovkai might be able to push him back, but Marvin Dog is aware of that fact and goes for a flush anyways. I think it was it a floor touch or an actual touch? I think it was a touch by Marvin Dog. Makes it 3-2 now. This is a huge point for Marvin Dog.
On the subject of huge points, Hassan has just gone 2-0 up over Oliars. Oliars, the top-seeded fencer. Now, Dog is just 1 point away from automatic victory. It's all action, isn't it?
Yeah, action across the board for sure. It's getting scrappy at the end there. Tovkai gets a touch, does he? It is revoked. So Tovkai versus Dog with 5 seconds. Tovkai, yeah, pushes forward. Dog gets it anyways.
And Dog is our first man in the semi-final stage. Look at Hassan. This is brilliant.
Just needs 1 point now. He has the luxury of trying things out here. He has that leeway now, but yeah, I think he just needs to focus on that final touch because Oliars is coming back strong. What a touch from Oliars. He needs 2 though, and there are 4 seconds on the clock. Not impossible, but it's a double touch. Hassan ends that conversation. He is our second semi-finalist.
Just to remind you all, it's a 5-point score that ends the contest automatically, and that is so crucial for Hassan. This bright young prospect, he's acquitted himself really well in the fencing. Bottom of your screen, Gric of Czechia and Fleureau of France. If Fleureau fences like he did in the previous match, he's going to be formidable.
Yeah, I think Gric though Gric is so hard to read as an athlete. Like if I was fencing against Gric, I would get kind of nervous because there's nothing to go on. There's no reaction, and I think it's subtle, but it's very intentional what he's doing.
Unpredictability is every athlete's nightmare, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean when it comes to fencing, especially because we have 5 touches or the most touches in a minute. It's not just that one touch as we did with the seeding round now, and that's why your style needs to switch up. But Hugo Fleureau waited for that entry point and gets his first point up on the board.
Klinkert and Boom taking place in the quarter-final stage, top of the screen. And Boom has scored a point, just in case you couldn't tell from the explosivity in the building. Gric has levelled it with 12 seconds to go. How do you combat unpredictability?
I think with fencing, it's all about getting your opponent to do something. You give him some sort of fence. You go into different directions, take the high line, take the low line, getting something out of your opponent so you could go the other way and distract them. It is very tight here. 0.8 on the clock. 2 for Fleureau now. And Greach, this is going to be impossible. Not only does he need to level the score, he needs to go 1 up on Fleureau. Fleureau, that is incredible fencing, succumbs to the loss there, Greach, as Fleureau is our 3rd semi-finalist.
Oh, the body language of poor old Greach there. He was continuing the debate with himself as he walked away. That moment there as Boom has gone 4-0 up. Look at the change in Greach, though, as he realises what's happened. He just drops his head. Oh, agony.
Yeah, Boom, though, on the brink of winning this bout, and he does. This is huge for Boom. Boom, a strong laser runner, a strong swimmer, maybe not the fastest on OCR, but he's done enough on the piste now to get himself an inch closer to a medal position.
So we've got semi-finals confirmed. Only 3 fencing matches are left now. It's amazing how quickly we find ourselves at the closing stages of fencing.
Yeah, fencing goes by fast. In the direct elimination round, you can see that journey that Hassan and Boom had on Piste A up on the top part of your screen. Hassan and Boom are first semi-final, second semi-final on the bottom half. Fleureau versus Dog. That's an interesting one. Fleureau, again, quick with that footwork. A bit more predictability here as Dog tries to go for that counter 6. I think it's going to be an engage and disengage probably, or 2 parries. But Fleureau is looking composed here. Nothing changes, goes for a lunge. It's a double touch. With 13.9 to go. One of these athletes will make it into the final of this direct elimination. 250 points up for grabs.
We've got Hassan and Boom taking place at the top of your screen. We'll come back to that because we're halfway through between Fleureau and Dog. Dog is so good at reading people.
He is. I mean, he looks like he's very calm and collected and just waiting to see what the person in front of him does. Hugo Fleureau stands up straight here, looking to switch gears because Marvin Dog is all over Fleureau now.
Meanwhile, Hassan, just stylistically, is a million miles away, isn't he? He's so kinetic, so energetic.
I think that was... Marvin Dog is arguing that it was a out-of-piste touch. We'll see what the judge says. Meanwhile, on Piste A, no action so far. A bit of scrappy touches, or trials of touches. Hassan goes for it. Boom! Boom with the remise.
And we have got just a matter of 0.6 of a second left on the bottom of the screen. Fleureau, who has been fencing absolutely gloriously, is going to beat Dog. Fleureau is into the final.
He is. Big step up for Fleureau as we head back to Piste A now, because Boom is looking like he has a foot in to the final already. 2-0 over Hassan. Hassan a bit scrambled here. Boom gets the touch, launches himself forward. He falls, but he's okay. Just checking judge rules here. It is 2-0 for Boom so far in this match with 8 seconds to go. Hassan arguing his case. I think he says that the crowd's too loud. Too much support for the Hungarians.
Well, the crowd's only going to get louder if Boom manages to pick up the win. Hassan has picked up a point. 3.8 seconds left. If anyone can do it, it will be him. Well, that was a great effort, but Boom has managed to get one as well. 3-2. What a bit of action there.
Okay, Hassan, he's going to fly across this piece now, trying to get 2 extra points. 1 second on the clock. Boom gets it. 4-2 now, and it is impossible for Hassan to get 3 extra points, or 2 extra points, even to level the score. But Boom has priority. Let's not forget, and look at that. Succumbs to the loss, Hassan, as Boom is our second finalist. Boom and Fleureau up next.
Hungarian hopes are very much alive in Budapest. Youngsters who've come to watch their sporting heroes thrilled to see Csaba Bum going for the maximum 250 points against Hugo Fleureau. Our last fencing match is coming right up. And I just remind all of you who are new to watching modern pentathlon that everybody is a point scorer here. It just starts from the top, works downwards incrementally. So nobody is out as such. Everyone, even the gentlemen who lost in the top 32, they have it all to do and can still do it all. But we know the top two. Who's going to be the winner? Will it be joy for Hungary? Will it be French celebrations in beautiful Budapest? Let us find out, shall we? Fleureau is on the left of your screen. Bum is on the right.
So Bum now with a lot to do. I mean, 250 versus 244 points, not that big of a difference, but then again, we called it yesterday, was a game of pride, and also you get that feeling going into the rest of the disciplines that you are on top of the pile, just as I say that Fleureau gets his first point early on.
This really is a matchup of heavyweights, isn't it? Because Fleureau has looked brilliant in his fencing matches. Bum, you would never bet against him, especially with the crowd roaring him on.
Yeah, Bum is in good form this competition, and it shows. He's in the finals now of the direct elimination. Fleureau working the distance a bit here. Bum having the upper hand, high line into Fleureau, levels the score. Crucial points for both athletes. I mean, we say that it doesn't really matter first and second, but 6 seconds could be the difference between gold and silver.
And is there a psychological element to it as well?
Definitely. Definitely. Coming out of the direct elimination, top of the pile, with still 3 more disciplines to go is a good thing for your ego, I'd say.
Well, Bum is getting quite an ego boost from the crowd here, isn't he? He's got 15 seconds to go. He is...
Yeah, no touch there, not counted. There was a core, and we reconvene with 15 seconds to go. Fleureau keen on getting those touches now. Still within reach. He needs 2 touches to go one up over Bum here, but Bum is ready for it. Let's see that footwork now as he heads to the back of the piece. Fleureau goes down low. He goes down low and levels the score. So still anyone's game. Fleureau needs 1 over Bum to win the match, and Bum just needs that score to stay level. 8 seconds on the clock. It's very aggressive from both sides. Double touch. 7 seconds. Here we go.
Moment coming up. Who will get it? Oh, Fleureau just stares into the rafters of the building as Csaba Bum picks up a big point with 4.8 seconds left. Fleureau now needs 2 in that time. Fleureau, I think again, saying he couldn't hear. And back we go. Bum is just 1 point away from victory. Well, they both are by the looks of things. We'll just wait to see if that's confirmed. Don't think it's going to be. Oh, it's quite an atmosphere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You can cut the tension with a knife in here. The stadium is roaring for Csaba Bum, but Fleureau is holding his own. Doing really, really well up on the piece now as the final few seconds of this match approach.
There's a lot of nail biting going on in the crowd. Some very anxious looking fans.
Guzi gave them hope yesterday as well with that gold. I mean, it was an incredible laser run we've had. If you didn't see that live, I would suggest you go back and watch it, because that was arguably one of the most intense laser runs I've ever seen in a women's final.
It was spectacular, wasn't it?
It was. I think it was an objective opinion here in the stadium.
Now we're just waiting for clarification here. Just remind you that all of the other athletes are getting themselves ready for that beast that is behind the obstacle course. It's in the background, it will soon be in the forefront of our minds. Just waiting for the clock to be reset and the scoreboard as well to be correctly brought into line. The last fencing match. All of the action taking place in the Box Sports Centre. And there we have that confirmation. We thought it was going to be the case that Floro didn't have that point.
So 2.1 on the clock. Floro still with everything to do. He needs 2 points to win the bout and go against Bum. It is scrappy. It is not a touch there. And Bum leaves. He is the winner of the direct elimination. 250 points to his name. And Bum started in 5th in terms of seeding, so he's moved up quite a bit now.
What a great start that is for the host nation as Csaba Bum is victorious. Well, in the semi-final stage, it was very much Mihaly Kolizar who was getting the crowd fired up on the piste. It's his teammate this time who's taken centre stage. And it took a lot of quality to beat Floro because he looked fabulous.
Yeah, Floro looked unbeatable on the piste today. That is both their journeys to the finals. Floro beat Dog and Greach as well as El Ashkar, so he took on some fierce competitors.
There we go. The fencing is over. And this is what it means. Csaba Bum is the pace setter, 250 points. Everyone else now playing catch up as we look down the standings and see the gentleman who will be hoping to move up when it comes to the obstacle course, which is the next element. And one of the people we'll be focused on is number 9 in the standings, Mohamed El Ashkar, who is just lightning quick in obstacles, so there'll be no surprise whatsoever if he flies up the standings. Just to remind you that after this we still have swimming and the laser run, which combines the final 2 disciplines of modern pentathlon. Let's take a pause and let's remind ourselves of what just happened in the fencing component. The piste is empty, fencing is over, the contest continues. The obstacle course next. We start with the steps, the athletes go to the big wheel. They don't have to make contact with each obstacle. As long as they progress legally, they can, say, just take the 2nd and 3rd tilting ladders if that's their preference. The over-under through is next to go. Then the first of the 2 variable elements. Today it is the flying hoops that have been drawn in this competition. The giant steps are next, and then we go to the second variable element. It is the climbing holds. That's an interesting one because the athletes will turn their bodies to the side and work almost at a 90-degree angle to the rest of the course. Then up the wall to hit the buzzer in the fastest possible time. If they make contact with the ground under those scaffolds, then they have to go back to the start of that particular element of the obstacle course. And if they do it a second time, then it's elimination. We'll cover the consequences of that if we need to. But it's interesting, isn't it, Mariam, to explore it from the point of view of the athlete and what it looks like to them.
Yeah, very different as they actually have to go through that obstacle course, big wheel, and you can see some of the men will see skip out that first ladder of the tilting ladder portion of this course. Over, under, through, pretty straightforward. Not much issues we've seen here with the athletes. Flying hoops, the first variable element, and we might even see a couple of athletes skip out on a few of those as well. So just different techniques across the board, seeing who takes more risk as the final element here approaches. Climbing holds as they jump to the mat now, and they run up that finish wall, hit the buzzer, and that is it. That is our OCR course for today.
I love the way you say, that is it, as though it's just a mere bagatelle, the easiest of tasks.
It is.
And some of them make it look like it's easy, don't they?
They do. I mean, yeah, they're very skilled athletes at this point. They've done this for a while now, some more than others. But that is our start list. We have 9 heats in this OCR.
One thing that's really important for those of you who are new to modern pentathlon to bear in mind is that you're not actually watching a race between two. This is no longer direct elimination. So you can have a decent sense of how people are progressing based on the way they're lining up next to each other, but it's really simply about getting the best possible time. So we start with an all-Ukrainian heat number 1. Aharushev is in the foreground, Kovalchuk is in the background.
Yeah, those two with a lot to do. You could see beautiful technique there. Harushev just sticking the landing over, under, through, halfway through the course now. It is flying hoops, losing a bit of momentum on that middle one, but adjusts into climbing holds now. That rhythm is everything. Kovalchuk is up the wall now. It's going to be a sub 27.1. Aharushev with 29.1. Pretty decent times to start things off.
They certainly were good times, and this is where it can be a little deceptive when you're watching obstacle, because sometimes there are people who are so fast they look as though they're leaving the rest of the field trailing in their wake, and actually that person who's alongside them still has a really good time.
Yeah. I mean, it's all subjective, and someone can have a quick OCR and not so strong of a swim, so strengths and weaknesses across the board as Heat 2 are on the blocks now. Kolizar and Brown. Kolizar, the crowd favorite.
We've got Kolizar in the foreground, Brown in the background. This is quick from Kolizar. Lovely technique on the tilting ladders. And he keeps this smoothness going with purpose, with panache, with style, but he's gone. He gambled. And now he has to go again. Here comes Brown. Brown is now in the ascendancy.
Oh my God, what drama. Brown into the climbing holds now. Kolizar all to make up for. No risk this time as they both head up the wall. It's gonna be not the fastest time of the day, but it's still a decent time of 31 for both these athletes. With Kolizar with that slip up, you can see just how, I think, oh my God. I don't know what he makes of this. It's obviously not his fastest time, but at the same time, he's maybe having a bit of fun with it. I think it was, yeah, hand-eye coordination. Something went off. His body flew. His hands didn't. Held on to the middle hoop there. That was so dramatic.
It's one of the really interesting features of obstacle, isn't it? Is that you've got to get that sense of flow, of momentum right, because your body starts to swing towards the next obstacle. If you haven't got that energy, then you're going to start heading backwards away from it. Now we've got Forrest in the foreground, we've got Tuma in the background. We're underway. These are quick gentlemen. Forrest is really flying. He's going for it, the youngster. All of the young athletes have had a little more time to get used to obstacle because it's been part of their program for a little longer than those who were competing at the Olympics in Paris. Forrest is proving that now.
Yeah, look at that. It's going to be a quick time of around 22. Forrest hits the buzzer, as does Tuma, both on 22. That was interesting technique from Forrest, by the way. It looked like his legs were running around as he was like climbing up the different obstacles. It was, let's see the replays there. So yeah, he headed into those climbing holds. Not much to see here, but yeah, pretty decent times from both these athletes. 22 is the fastest time of the day so far.
An all Republic of Korea affair. So and Jun. So is in the foreground. And he's just marginally ahead at the moment. Oh, that's unfortunate. Jun's down and he's got to go back again. A bit of a heavy fall there.
Yeah, just needs to pick himself up here, but So's going well. Giant steps into the penultimate portion of this race, just sticks the landing, up the wall he goes. It's gonna be a decent time of around 24 seconds. Jun now, it is damage control for Jun as he heads to the final portion now, climbing holds as well. Just needs to maintain that rhythm. Sticks the landing up the wall. It is gonna be over 40 seconds, unfortunately, but again, good recovery.
Poor old Jun, he had a boxing match with those tilting ladders. Once he got back on them, he again really struggled. We had the luxury of actually seeing it from here within the arena, and it was difficult for him even when he went back on.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that was a hard fall.
Almost jackknifed at the midsection, wasn't he, as he landed?
I think his hands just slipped there at the end. You can see So was almost going to fall backwards as well. Would have been devastating at this portion of the course, but finished well with 24 seconds.
Now here he goes. In the foreground, Elashkar. Bori in the background. Elashkar, the world record holder, the fastest out there doing this. Oh, he only just got there. He only just got there.
Yeah, just sticks the landing now into the all-important portion of this race. Again, just sticks the landing. What is going on? Mohammed Al-Ashkar still within a good time here. It's not going to be another world record, but he heads up the wall. That was intense. 23 seconds for Leo Bori, 22 for Al-Ashkar. Oh my goodness me. It is okay. I mean, it's much better than falling backwards and having to redo the obstacle. I'm sure he's a bit disappointed, but still within a good time. I mean, it was getting so nervy for us watching as well. Look at that, just about. Ooh.
That, well, his reaction was very indicative. That was uncharacteristic of Elashkar, wasn't it?
It feels like something's a bit off, maybe.
Now we have, I'm afraid to say, no Moritz Klinkert, who has withdrawn. So Marek Gric is on his own here, and good luck to him as he attempts to get as fast a time as possible. Elashkar is the current leader. Bori is in second place. That leaderboard on the left of your screen, adjusting in real time as the competitors go through this course. He's playing this nice and safely and sensibly, isn't he, Gric?
Yeah, it's going to be a good time of around 26, 27 seconds. 26.5. Good time from Gric. I mean, it's difficult as well when you don't have an opponent next to you pushing you forward. You can't really pace yourselves in obstacles. So, yeah, it's a good time.
That was drama-free.
Yeah, very smooth across the course there from Gric.
Yeah, absolutely. Just tilts his head to the side. I'll take that. So Gric is in third place. Oliars in the foreground. Tovkai in the background. Heat number 7 of 9.
Oliars now. No one's skipping out the first ladder anymore. I think they're not willing to take the risk here as they head to the midsection of the course now. Flying hoops. Oliars looks quick. Giant steps now. Tovkai is falling a bit behind here, but still within a good time. Climbing holds. Gonna push himself to the mat here. Up the wall he goes. It's going to be around 27.6 for Oliars as Tovkai now heading up the wall as well. 33.99 the time for Tovkai.
Well, he had lovely hoop technique, didn't he, the German?
Yeah.
That was such a crucial part of the course for him. Elashkar still leading. Let's look back. This is delightful. Just springs from one to t'other to t'other.
So 2 heats to go. Heat number 8 on the box, Mohammed Hassan and Marvin Dog. Here we go.
Hassan in the background will really go fast, really attack this, but he's got, now the momentum's gone against him completely with the ladder. That's what we were talking about.
Again with the third one, Marvin Dog is looking good here. Can Hassan make up that time? Something is going on with the men here today because this is very uncharacteristic of these athletes. Dog going well, Hassan catching up in the climbing holds. Up the wall, Dog goes. It's gonna be a quick time, 26 seconds, 27 for Hassan.
Dog is delighted, Hassan is frustrated. Even though there's not much time between them, you can see how important each component of this competition is to them and where they believe their strengths lie. Dog is the first to pass 600 points. He leads, Hassan second. Just goes right up, clips a ladder with his feet, and then the body comes flying back down again.
He does the same with the third ladder as well, so he lost momentum twice. Again, I think it's better than redoing an obstacle altogether. You lose much more time, you get frustrated, it's a whole thing. You have to get back from that mentally and focus on your grip again. It's tough.
That brings us to the last heat. The top two gentlemen in fencing. Boom in the foreground, Fleuro in the background. Boom has missed as well.
Boom! Going for the risk on the second ladder, misses. This is huge. Our leader is not going to be the leader anymore because Fleuro is flying through the course here. Third flying hoop done. Giant steps into the climbing holds now. Skips out the first one. This is looking good if he can keep up that rhythm. He goes up the wall now. It is going to be a quick time of around 28 seconds. 28.1. Boom. Oh, that was so expensive for Boom. 33. He was the leader heading into the OCR, and just like that, he drops down.
He's in fourth place, and it's Fleuro. Here we go, because he is at the top of the pack. This has been an absolutely barking mad obstacle section.
This was beyond. You can see how he just not able to make it to the second ladder. It takes so much explosive power to get yourself off the mat and onto the second ladder, and if it doesn't pay off, it's ooh. So we lost our leader. Shababum drops down to about 5th or 6th place now. Actually, he's in 4th, just 1 second off of 5th, who's Mohamed Al-Oshkar.
We've lost the leader and we've lost clarity really on what's going on in this competition, which makes it all the more exciting. Dog is at the top of the standings. He's up 2 places. Congratulations to him. Shababum is in 4th place. He's down 3 places as Hassan rises into the top 3. Al-Ashkar is up 4 places. He might have hoped for a bigger gain than that. Well done to Leo Bori, who's up into the top 6. These are the gentlemen playing catch up, and look at Forrest, how well he's done to move up 4 places into 9th position. Tovkai has dropped down 6 places into 12th. So a lot of moving and shaking still to be done, with swimming coming up next. Klinkert, regrettably, has withdrawn from the competition, so we have 17 active competitors, and Kovalchuk has moved up 5 places, which has helped his cause. He's now in 13th.
Yeah, Kolazar is in 14th, and maybe from this position he's able to push forward. Not quite sure if he's going to be on the podium, but he was the favorite coming into today.
Well, what an absolutely extraordinary obstacle section it was. Let's look back and try to make sense of it. sometimes everything's normal and sometimes everything's weird. And it was a latter day on the obstacle course for most of these athletes. Now they've got to put it behind themselves. They've got to get into the water, into the pool, which is about 1 kilometre away. So the athletes are being ferried across to the swimming pool now. 100 metres of freestyle swimming. That translates to 4 25-metre lengths of the pool. It's very quick. It's a sprint style. And this is the last opportunity to really get your time up there for the laser run, to have as good a start as possible ahead of the rest of the pack. Well, the swimming is about to take place. And Mariam, I think it is safe to say that none of that really went quite as expected. As an athlete, what do you do mentally when you're coming out of a portion of the course that's gone exactly the way you didn't want it to go?
I think for a lot of these athletes, their performance in the OCR was subpar, to say the least, and it does affect you mentally. I think most of them didn't do as well as they should, so it was something that was kind of like across the board, so none of them did as well as they should. So that might put some ease into it. Not too much, though, because obviously you're going into this with a plan, and you have a starting position in mind, and you know your capabilities and how far you can push. And I think it's just important at this point to reset and readjust your expectations. And you're not going to go any slower because you're not going to get into a medal position or anything like that. Like every single position you go higher up, that is ranking points added to your name regardless of a medal. So in this particular moment, it's important to regroup. Again, focus on what you usually focus on during transitions, which is nutrition, hydration, changing as fast as you can, warming up your muscle groups, and just putting it behind you. This is a whole new discipline that doesn't need to get affected by your bad performance in the prior one.
Well, absolutely fascinating to explore the swimming section, because we now have 3 heats coming your way. And just as was the case in obstacle, they're not competing directly against each other, these athletes. They are simply trying to produce the best possible time for all of them, and they're arriving now at the swimming pool. For all of the athletes in heat number 1, they are the lowest ranked and attempting to push their way up the standings as best as possible. We'll have 5 going here. Lane 6 will be empty due to Moritz Klinkert's absence. So we've got Yuri Kowalczyk in 1, we've got Mihaly Kolizar in 2, Maxim Harushev in 3, Charlie Brown in 4, and Jun Ung-tae in 5. We'll be interested particularly in someone like Charlie Brown in 4 here, who's a very fast gentleman in the pool.
Yeah, he's pretty quick in the pool, can make up some time here. I mean, the field is closed right up after that OCR. In the pool they go, and already almost at the wall here. These gentlemen are quick. Keep an eye on Charles Brown.
He's going to be the first to touch the wall. Charlie Brown doing a nice job. But lane 1 is good as well. Kowalczyk, and 5, Jun. But I think Brown is going to be, for many, the focus here. 1 is doing nicely, though, Kowalczyk. He's going to be right up there with Brown. And it was Kowalczyk touching just 0.3 of a second behind Charlie Brown.
Yeah, quick times in the pool in the first 50 meters as they make their make their way to the last turn here. 25 meters to go. I mean, these athletes have got me confused about what's going on. I'm nervous for them, but again, they're pulling their weight in the swim. Look at Charles Brown. This is going to be a quick time, 55 seconds.
Well done to Charlie Brown, with Kowalczyk second, Jun third, Kolizar fourth, Harushev fifth. So for Brown, that's his job really done well, because Brown was down in 16th place coming into this. And Brown is somebody who we know can really perform well in the laser run too.
Yeah, Brown has a real shot of moving up the standings here. He's currently in 2nd place. We, of course, have 2 more heats to go, which means 12 more athletes posting times for the swim. I think everyone in the stands, including us, are a bit shocked as to what happened in the OCR, because it it seemed to be kind of a universal thing. We didn't have one athlete that didn't do well. There was a couple of them, and I'm not sure if they're getting in their own heads or if they've watched their competitors maybe compete or do the OCR before them. It was a weird one.
Heat number 2 is about to take place in the swimming. So we've got 6 here, and some gentlemen worthy of note. Dominik Oliars, who'll be in lane 1. Alexander Tovkai of Ukraine, who'll be in lane 6. We know they can be particularly fast. We also know Marek Gric can be fast as well. So let's just run through it for you. Closest to you will be lane 1. That's Oliars of Germany. Lane 2 will be Gric of Czechia. Lane 3 will be Forrest of Great Britain. 4 will be So of the Republic of Korea. 5 will be Tuma of Czechia. And 6 will be Tovkai of Ukraine. The most amazing combination of skills required to excel in modern pentathlon. It is baffling.
Yeah, I mean, modern pentathlon was a sport founded to make up that complete athlete, the best ever, the army soldier, and these are what is asked of these athletes, and it is very tough to combine all of these different disciplines together and put them into one mix in 90 minutes.
Tovkai in lane 6 made a very purposeful start, but now it's lane 1. Oliars is going to be just ahead of him, I think. Yes, just ahead of Tovkai by, or they're actually pretty much level, so down to hundreds, maybe thousands there separating them. Gric in lane 2 in 3rd position. So it is the two gentlemen, Oliars and Tovkai, in 1 and 6 that we thought would be really rather strong.
Yeah, Gric is gaining on those two as well, closing up the distance and actually might touch the wall first, but let's see. It's going to come down to the split seconds here.
This is interesting, isn't it? Yes, Gric has done it. Well done to him. That's impressive. Tovkai 2nd, Oliars 3rd, So 4th, Forrest 5th, Tuma 6th. Good swim from Gric. So nothing hugely surprising there, in sharp contrast to everything that happened in obstacle.
Yeah, I think no surprises is what we need in the swim. This laser run is going to be full of surprises. I mean, this is shaping up to be a good one. Gric happy with that time.
Yes, he's now right up there at the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, we have 6 athletes to come, and those are top 6 athletes. We have Marvin Dog, Ugo Fleureau, Hassan Shababam, Mohamed Al Ashkar, and Leo Bori. Mohamed Al Ashkar namely one of the fastest swimmers in the pool, and we'll be looking to make up some time here. Marvin Dog may be dropping out of that first position after the swim. He doesn't have the quickest of swims, but if he can hold on to the rest of the pack, he can maybe maintain that position.
We've got heat number 3 to come now, and the leader, Marvin Dog, is going to be in lane number 1. The German, who is also a DJ, is going to have everyone hopefully dancing to his beat going into the laser run. So Dog in 1, Floro in 2, the Frenchman. Hassan of Egypt, watch for the 2 Egyptians, particularly El Ashkar. He's in 3, Boum is in 4, El Ashkar is in 5, and Bori is in 6. El Ashkar would be no surprise if he wins this from lane number 5. Not that there is a winner as such, because you don't get any extra points for being the first. It's just about the time that you produce. Csaba Boum in 4 we also think will be very strong. Hungary is one of the great swimming nations of the world. This is it. The top 6 are in the pool. This is the last heat, and we're going to watch for El Ashkar in 5 and Boum in 4. And El Ashkar is going to be the first to touch.
Yeah, they're all pretty close together here, but El Ashkar looks to be pulling away just a bit from the rest of the pack, heading into the halfway mark. It's going to be a quick time of around 26 heat touches on the wall. I think it is 27.
He's got a long and elegant stroke, hasn't he?
He does. Looks effortless in the pool. I think it's going to be around the time of 55, 56. Final few meters now. And this is, of course, the final heat of the men's final. Last chance to make up any time in the pool. Final few meters, he touches the wall. It is 55.5. It is decent, not his fastest swim time, but could be enough to just wiggle his way forward. Dog moving down. Let's see how that puts him in the standings. Still leading. Ugo Fleureau now is leading. Let's see our final three athletes. Bori drops down to 6th. Bowman 3rd. Where does that leave Alashkar? Ashkar leading the way now. Bang on points with Fleureau.
Well, we are going to be in for an extraordinary laser run as a result of how the swimming has played out. A good swim from Alashkar, as you said, not his fastest ever, but certainly he's put himself into contention.
He did. It is going to be a tough field out there in the laser run, though. The chasing pack, the top 6. That's that. Swim is done here in men's finals, and we'll see how that leaves our athletes. There you have it. Ugo Fleureau and Alashkar both on 9:17, 2 seconds back. Marvin Dog, boom, a few seconds back as well. They're all pretty tight up there in the top 6 so far. As we take a look further down, who can make it into those top 6 and or medal positions? Greach in a good position to do so. Leo Bori with a strong laser run as well. So, Changwan So, if he puts in a good shoot, could be in medal contention as well. Forrest, Tuma, Tovkai. It is a very condensed field.
Well, I think that has made very clear that we have no idea quite what's going to happen in this laser run. It's going to be scintillating to watch. Let's remind ourselves of how the swimming has taken us to one event to go. The last moments of calm. The waters are calm, the scoreboard isn't, the laser run won't be. Here we go. A handicap start. Everything that has been accomplished so far translates into the lead you have, or the lead you must wipe out from someone else. Immediately the athletes go to the range. 5 hits needed to exit the range, and then back they go again. This process repeats itself. So 5 laps of 600 metres. It goes outside the stadium and back in. 5 visits to the range. This, I think, is one of the most fascinating combinations in any sport. Because you have the essence of stillness of shooting, and you have the kinetic energy of running. And the two of them do not belong together.
They don't, and that's what makes it that much more interesting. We've seen people shoot incredibly well. I think it was Poppy Clark yesterday. This is a POV of the course, by the way, as we walk you through it. But it was just a reminder of the medalists yesterday. It was Guzi Blanca in gold, Poppy Clark in silver, and Laura Heredia with bronze. Poppy Clark shot incredibly well. Went to the range, not particularly the first one. She was caught on track by Guzi, went into the range and always came out first. She got 6-7 seconds of shooting in consistently every single round, and ultimately I think that's why she got the silver. As contrast to other athletes that dropped down as the likes of Dr. Karenza Bryson, who we love and are waiting to see back on podium. She missed out on a podium finish potentially because of the shoot. It was, I think, some 30-second shooting in there as well. So we will see who holds their ground in the shooting in the laser run today, because this is shaping up to be an incredible laser run as well as we had with the women.
It's interesting, isn't it, that the athletes have got that perspective that we see there of going back into the stadium. So they will start inside, they'll then go outside and back in again. So they have that change of surface, which they're very used to as pentathletes.
Yeah, that cross-country course is pretty much what these athletes are used to. It's always like that, a mix of grass, gravel, concrete. Again, not making it easy for the athletes in any way. That is part of the challenge.
Grass, gravel, concrete and steel, as in nerves of, required to be victorious. Let's hear what it's like from an athlete's perspective. We spoke to Charlie Brown earlier.
So between the swimming and the laser run, for me it's about running to remove the lactic acid from my body, and less about the shooting. I don't do as much shooting at all. I'm more focused on what I need to think about mentally for me to focus on, and how I am going to enter the range with the right mindset. Other than that, it's about getting change as quick as I can after the swimming, and consuming any more nutrition that I need to take to allow me to race at my best.
And here they come on Budapest's most important minibuses in this city that reveres the sport of modern pentathlon. What does it feel like as an athlete to go onto that bus, to have that short journey? Is your mind going a mile a minute as you're sitting there?
I think, yeah, just focusing on what you're going to do when you get off the bus. Maybe even changing in the bus. I don't know how it works. But yeah, it's just focusing on the next thing, and it's on to laser run next. And it's actually quite interesting what we heard from Charlie Brown. He said he doesn't do much shooting at all. He focuses on the mental aspect of it, and then he just shakes out the lactic acid and does a few laps on track to shake it out. And I think that is a different technique than what another athlete would do. I think some athletes prefer to get their shots in, to make sure that their laser shooting is on point and that they are accurate. So it's nice to hear.
It's always fascinating, isn't it, to remind ourselves that these are human beings. And although we spend lots of time talking about numbers and reducing very crudely athletes to mathematical equations and to league tables, everyone is different. Everyone has their own process. A good coach has to understand that the human being is at the centre of it all, not an automaton who's going out there and competing in the same way every single day.
For sure. I mean, so many factors will affect an athlete's performance on the day, despite being ready in terms of training, for example. I mean, there's environmental factors, there's the weather, there's their mental, psychological state. If something happened the day before, like you said, it could be as simple as not having the right pillow to sleep on, and yeah, they won't be in an amazing mood. So it's so many different factors put together for these athletes to pull off the best performances possible.
Get out of the way! Here they come. There's a good bit of peripheral vision there to dart back as the athletes were making their way into the building. And what a great job the staff have done organising this event. Everyone, the volunteers who do things like bringing us bits of paper with the updated standings on as the competition is going on. It's a great team effort, isn't it, to run this event, and it is run so well.
It is. I mean, the LOC, the volunteers, the UIPM, the media staff, everyone coming together to make this event as special as it is here in Budapest, and it is very, very well planned and put together and organized, as you said.
And we're so pleased to have your company wherever you're watching from today, and for however long you've been enjoying the spectacle, and it is a spectacle, that is modern pentathlon. It's a sport that has changed so much over the years. There's time to enjoy all of that if you want to look back through the history books. But this nation has got such an extraordinary association with the sport of modern pentathlon. It really is a country that has hosted so many championships over the years, really massive competitions. And the people of Hungary, I mean, they have turned up in their droves over the years to watch big events. I just want to go back for a moment to a really famous competition that took place here in 1969. Quite amazing to contemplate it. Andras Balcho was the winner of the 1969 championships, and you think the crowd's big here. Well, they were outdoors back then, and this is what the newspaper report said at the time. Balcho is running on the long uphill part. He's running and hundreds of fans are running alongside him. The most passionate fans are trying to hold his tempo next to the running track. The organisers are somewhat baffled. They're unable to contain the crowd. The fans are flooding the temporary stands. Many people start climbing chairs, tables, even line poles to see the finish. Balcho is 600 metres from the finish, 500, 300. There's a deafening roar. Balcho flies through the finish line, struggling for air. The ecstatic fans are chanting his name. The hills echo their cry. Yes, Hungary loves this sport.
Yeah, I mean, you've read this. I've heard you read this article a few days ago, and it was just amazing just how much emotion was captured within that article. Just words on paper can reflect so much. And yeah, as you said, Hungary is a great nation of modern pentathlon, of many sports, and we see that in the crowd, just how much they come out to support their athletes. As we have the likes of Shababum and Mihaly Kolizar in this men's final. Bum in with a chance potentially of a podium finish. He is currently in 4th place, 5 seconds off the lead. That is very tight. Given his talents as well, he is definitely in for a chance.
They'll be having to get people from clambering off the tables if he gets onto the podium, won't they? Just in this building. And yes, the Hungarians were overjoyed when one of their own, the Budapest resident, Blanka Guzi, won the gold medal yesterday. But it's all to play for. Just again, for those of you new to watching modern pentathlon, once this little warm-up process is complete, the first person will start. Then at staggered intervals, with each point equating to a second, the next will go, and on they will go. So we have a gap of 1 minute and 6 seconds between 1st and 17th.
Yeah, it is very tight, but realistically, I would look, oh my God, I'd look all the way down, potentially. I think Mihaly Kolizar is still 43 seconds off of the lead. He's in 15th. And let's see where his statistics lie with laser run, because this is interesting. Not his best. He is still very consistent, and again, a lot can go wrong in this shooting, whether for him or for another athlete. So that gives you kind of room to move around in the pack and move up. I think Kolizar is a definite mover. He is only 43 seconds off the lead.
It sounds absurd, doesn't it, if you don't know the sport, to think that somebody could make up 43 seconds, but it really can be done, especially with the variables of the range. It's happened on many an occasion. So Kolizar, the 15th best performer at the moment. Much higher up the standings is this gentleman, Hugo Fleureau, from Argentine in the northwest of Paris. A very good all-arounder, this chap. And as a result, he sometimes operates under the radar, because you never see him necessarily be top of the table in one particular event and grab the headlines. But just look at that balanced picture.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely probably the underdog coming into the men's finals, but look at where he is. He's starting in 2nd place, just 1 second off of Mohamed Al-Ashkar in 1st place. So again, he's already within those positions for podium finishes. The range, though, is going to be insane. We are going to be following shot by shot every single athlete, watching who's behind, watching who's in front, who's moving around, and we'll bring you live coverage of that, so stay tuned.
And this is the gentleman who will get it all underway, Mohamed Al-Ashkar of Egypt. So he's going to start 1 second ahead of Hugo Fleureau. Just 1 second. World ranking of 22, the 24-year-old. And he finished 11th at the World Cup in Cairo, 5th at Pazajic in Bulgaria. The issue for Al-Ashkar is often his consistency in the laser run.
Yeah, I think it's... I mean, he's mostly started on top in the laser run. He's had some issues in the range a bit with running. He's gotten a lot better in the running discipline of things here in laser run. But it's all about, again, the shooting range, the mentality, the psychology of the sport is just something that is... It's just so interesting and fascinating to see that.
Now, here's a really interesting gentleman to turn our attention to. So Changwon of the Republic of Korea. He has been an Asian Games gold medalist. He's currently ranked 4th in the world from the southwest of his beautiful country. Won the gold medal at the World Cup in Bulgaria, the most recent one before this. Certainly somebody who could contend, but the laser run for him can be problematic.
I mean, again, these statistics just show the current, with what's happening currently in the last few years. He hasn't really been competing since Paris, so I don't think it's a good indication. He has actually a pretty good laser run, Changwon Se, and if you go back and watch the live coverage of Bulgaria, you'll see just why, because this man is always showing up when he needs to.
He will need a bit of a difference from the semi-final and qualification. He was 11 minutes 23 seconds in the semi-final and 11 and a half minutes in qualifying. Now, that can sometimes be deceptive. So plenty were a lot stronger than him. But yes, when he's at his best, I mean, he's ferocious, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And he's got that sprint finish at the end. He always keeps a little bit at the tank. So maybe a sprint finish could be something we'll see here from So. Shababum. Let's talk a bit about Shababum, because he was a star the Olympic season. He got the gold at World Championships in China, and we expected him to be on the podium for the Olympics. Just missed out, but Bum is a standout athlete, an in-form athlete by the looks of it in this competition as well. Made sure that he caught up with OCR, and yeah, it was a tough ask, but he's done it so far.
And it's been lovely to see him have a resurgence after some difficult times last year, had some health issues in the season after the Olympics. So he's determined, isn't he, to get his big Budapest moment. And only just finished in the top 30 in the other 2 World Cup events this season. So we are seeing a resurgent Chababum. Yeah. Marvin Dog, 3rd place. At
2
the
seconds
moment.
Off the lead. I mean, they're all, I'd say 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th are all together, and then 5 seconds back is Mohammed Hassan. But Dog is one of those athletes that is very, very dangerous in the laser run. And Dog, by the way, he had some issues before the Tokyo Olympics, got back into it and surprised us in Paris here. And yeah, he looks like he's on his way for a medal here, maybe.
We've only got 10 seconds separating the top 6 in the staggered start of the laser run. There's not a massive margin separating the rest of them, frankly. 15 seconds from 1st to 9th position. It's actually hard to know where to draw the line. Maybe after 10th place with Forrest, but frankly...
Tuma, though.
It's
Keep an eye on Tuma. Tuma's a good laser runner as well. And we say that about the whole field, and it will all just come down to the shooting in the end. I'm sure of it.
Every time I keep trying to draw the line, I then look at the person underneath. I go,
There's
well, I'll
no
just
line.
add them to it. Or we'll add them to that as well. And then eventually I've just factored in all 17 people anyway. It's going to be rather good fun, this.
So athletes on the blocks now. Some of them doing some dynamic stretching. Some of them focusing on what's to come, the first shooting series, which sometimes could be an issue for some of the athletes. Not that much of the adrenaline has released from their systems yet, and things could get shaky in the range.
For those of you new to the sport, again, just worth bearing in mind that you will have a constant reminder of how the athletes were positioned coming into the laser run by their bib number. So Alashkar, the leader, has bib number 1, Floro, second place, has bib number 2, all the way down to Jun Ungtae, who has bib number 17. And suddenly, we're at the last moments of this entire competition, the World Cup in Budapest, the last World Cup of the season before the World Cup final takes place again in this city, not too far away.
Predictions?
No. I'm too scared.
Predictions are out the window. And we're just gonna watch these men do their thing. But we will have 3 winners today. That is something that we will find out at the end of this race. Just under 10 minutes or so to go, as these athletes are lined up and ready now.
The time for speculation is over. The last moments of the men's final at the Pentathlon World Cup in Budapest. Good luck to all of them. We're set up for a grandstand finish. The laser run is upon us, and that's the gentleman who'll get it started. The laser run begins, and with just 1 second separating them, Mohamed Alashkar and Ugo Floro get underway with Dog just a second behind. Then Csaba Bum of Hungary to a roar from the crowd. Mohamed Hassan of Egypt, Marek Gric of Czechia, and pretty soon these gentlemen are going to be at the range. This is going to be our first indication. How will Alashkar shoot?
Look at Alashkar, he's missing his first shots. Fluoro's looking good, Dog is looking good, both on 3. Dog is out, he is out in 7 seconds, Fluoro's out in 11. First and second are off, and Alashkar is really struggling here. Gric is out. He is holding that 3rd position now. Hassan and Bum. Bum with a 15-second shoot, not his best. Bori is out, Forrest is out, Hassan is out. All of them are out. This is insane. Alashkar already dropped down after that first shooting series. This is not a good sign.
That was majestic from Dog. If he can continue to shoot at that degree of quality, he's going to be nigh on impossible to beat.
Yeah, 7 seconds is incredible. Marvin Dog is looking good for a medal as things stand, but look over his shoulder. There is Floro, Gric and Bum all chasing him down.
Yes, there's quite a big peloton developing for 3rd position at the moment. But that's a perfect start from that gentleman, the one you're watching, wearing bib number 3, Marvin Dog, born in the southwest of Germany in Ludwigshafen am Rhein.
Yeah, making his way to the 2nd shooting series. Again, we only have 5 shoots here, so every single one counts. And look at that pack behind them. You don't see them on your screen now, but they're into the arena. As Dog makes his way to the final turn and into the shooting range, he will go. Floro close by, just under 4 seconds behind him. Look at that pack in the distance.
Well, we've got a wolf pack, but we've got a Dog who is leading the way. Let's see what he's going to produce here. He's a joy to watch at the moment.
Dog is shooting well, accuracy is good. Just 1 out, 2 out now. He's missing his 3rd a couple times now. Floro's looking better, Dog is looking better, still missing out on the 4th one. This is slower than his first shoot. Floro and Dog stuck on 4. Dog is out at 16, not his best shooting. What can Floro do? He's getting sucked into the battle now because Gric is shooting incredibly well. 9 seconds, Gric is out in 2nd and Floro drops back into 3rd. What about the rest of the pack? Forrest is out, Oliars is out, Alashkar is out, Hassan is out. Oh my God.
Well, Floro just got himself caught in the peloton there, didn't he? He's managed to go ahead of Gric, but there's the chasing pack being led at the moment by Mohamed Hassan. He's in 4th position.
Hassan and Forrest look very tight in the back there, but Marvin Dog is running his way through this course now and pulling a bit of a gap. It's almost 10 seconds down to Floro and Gric. Look at Forrest already overtaking Hassan as well on course. Can he take down those two in front of him? Those are silver and bronze medalists as things stand in this race. We still have ways to go as they head into the arena now. Oh my God, I need a moment because this shooting series is key.
Well, Seb Forrest is suddenly a big part of the picture, the British athlete. He has moved right up to 4th position and he's now going to go into 3rd. There we go. Forrest, a mover and shaker. He is quick. We mentioned it at the very start of our coverage. The 19-year-old, he's now going to move into 2nd place ahead of Fleureau.
Is he pushing too far though? This is still the beginning of the race. 4 minutes on the clock. That's all that was done.
And he might force the others to push hard as well, drag them into a sprint they don't want to be part of. There's a huge shoot coming up here for Dog. He is at the range. Top left of your screen, you can see his progression. He's now in your picture. Dog, this is not too bad from him. Can he get through the next? What about Forrest? 1 for Forrest. Dog's away in 14.2. Fleureau is nearly away. He's away in 8.21. Grich in 7.39. Forrest is still going. Forrest is still going. 16.71 for Forrest. Hassan, what about him? Bori is away in 13.4. And Hassan is struggling here, just over 20 seconds. Kowalczyk, very good, sub 8 seconds.
Yeah, Tuma as well. Ugo Fleureau moves up into 2nd place again, as does Grich back up into that bronze medal position. And those are your leaders. But you can see Forrest in the back of your shot there. He is hunting them down. Missed a couple shots in the range, and that costed that silver medal position in this 4th lap.
The way it looks, you'd back Forrest, wouldn't you, in a straight out to sprint with Grich. But that's where the shoot comes into it all.
Yeah, he could be, I mean, these athletes in the forefront of your shot there could leave a little bit to the finish. They know it's not going to be easy and it's going to come down to the line. Meanwhile, Marvin Dog back in the arena. He is looking good. He's not shooting as well as his first shoot, but it is enough to keep him in that gold medal position. Look at that chasing pack now. No one is safe. Fleureau in silver and Grich and bronze and Forrest is just about under 2 seconds away, and you can see just how close that gap is now.
Forrest and Grich are going to get to the range with not much separating them at all. Fleureau is trying to give himself a bit of breathing space. Dog has everyone else behind him. Here's Fleureau, here's Grich, here's Forrest. All the rest trying to get involved. Dog is at the range. Let's see what he produces.
Yes, this is shooting number 4 now. This is looking better from Dog. This is much faster. 3 out the 5 from Dog. 4 out the 5 from Dog. This is going to be a quick shoot. Misses out on his 5th now. Oh, he's getting dragged into that race, but 12 seconds, that will do it. Fleureau is out now, and he is chasing Dog. Grich, what about Grich? Grich is out in 9 seconds. Forrest, let's take a look at Forrest.
Forrest is struggling to get away here. 14.3. Kowalczyk just sub 9 seconds. And Grich was about 6 seconds, I think. Amazing. So that has really helped to stretch things a little for those leaders. Dog now has got real competition.
Yeah, Fleureau is getting closer by the second, and you can see at the back of your shot, Grich is not letting up either. Forrest is getting closer. He's a bit far back from Marvin Dog, but is battling it out with Grich.
The Ukrainian, by the way, Yuri Kowalczyk, is suddenly part of the picture. He's in 5th place.
Up 8 places.
Amazing.
As well as 6 positions. That is impressive.
This isn't done, is it, by any stretch of the imagination? Dog is going to be under real pressure going into the range.
Yes, and this is the final shooting series as well. So final stop at the range before they go out for a flat-out sprint. And they're both in the arena now. Marvin Dog and Ugo Fleureau are leaders.
It's the closest it's been at any point in this laser run. Grich is looking very good. The gentleman from Czechia in 3rd place. But there's quite a gap between 1st and 2nd. Now the time is going to really count at the range for both of these two gentlemen leading the way, Dog and Florent. They've got to be absolutely superb. The bell rings. Last visit to the range coming up.
Last visit to the range, and by the way, Kowalczyk now moves up into fourth. Could be in medal contention as well as he hunts down Grich, and it looks to be a final, I think, about 3 meters separating them. Dog's back in the range. Let's see how he shoots. Oh, misses his first couple of shots. Florent now is ahead of Dog. 3 out the 5 for Florent. Can he get out the range first? 4 out the 5. It's 5 out of the 5, and Florent moves into the gold medal position with 8 seconds. Dog is out. Kowalczyk, look at Kowalczyk. 8-second shoot. He is out.
For the first time in this entire contest, Marvin Dog is playing catch-up. It is the Frenchman who leads the way. Hugo Fleureau, with Dog having to sprint hard, and Kowalczyk, who's just thrown himself into the picture, is leading the race for bronze. He looks over his shoulder, Kowalczyk. It might be the Dog's looking over his shoulder, and now it's Grich who's sprinting to try to catch up. Here comes Dog, getting up towards Fleureau. The two are going to push each other hard.
Fleureau and Dog, those are your battle for gold. And Kowalczyk is getting close, by the way. Not quite close enough, but Dog moves around the outside, and he is back into that gold medal position. Hugo drops to second place, but will he drop to third as well? Because Kowalczyk is on a charge.
Marvin Dog knows how to work hard for something. He was the reserve for the Olympic Games in Tokyo, had to wait for his chance in Paris, had to wait to live his dream, had to wait to finally be there at the greatest sporting occasion in the world. He is somebody who does not let things slip. Fleureau is pushing hard, but Dog turns the corner, the toughest corner to turn. Big gasp for breath, he knows he's got it! Marvin Dog is the gold medalist! Hugo Fleureau takes silver, and a brilliant performance, an extraordinary display from the Ukrainian Yuri Kowalczyk to win the bronze medal.
My, oh my, what a race it has been. Dog very much deserving of that gold medal in that final lap. It looks like it was going to be silver, but oh my God, Dog is back, and he is back with a bang. Fleureau is on the podium. Is it his first World Cup podium? I think it might be. Fleureau, again, a first-timer on the World Cup stage. Kowalczyk moving up 10 position. What a race he's put up. Kowalczyk has been consistent throughout. As we see the rest of the athletes make their way across the line, these are valuable positions they are gaining towards their World Cup ranking.
How fantastic for Kowalczyk to make it onto the podium. He was 4th in Cairo at the World Cup in Egypt to start off the season. The toughest position, they say, to occupy when you just miss out on a medal. Up 10 places, Kowalczyk. And that's why it wasn't all a load of old nonsense when we were talking right the way down the leaderboard and trying to work out where to draw that line. We really meant it. Kowalczyk was 13th starting the laser run.
Yeah, and he was 38 seconds off the lead, and he closed that gap right down, inch by inch, lap by lap. He made it happen. Taejeon across the line now, our final athlete. And that is it. Men's final, just like that, done. Winners we have on the podium. And looking back to the extended podium as well, Grich is going to be up there, Forrest and Leo Bory.
Yes, 4th, 5th and 6th will be honoured with a presentation as well. But there is the gentleman who started the laser run 13th and produced an amazing performance, Yuri Kowalczyk.
That was phenomenal. Phenomenal. You didn't see him coming. He wasn't at the forefront of the shot the entire race, and that final lap and that final shooting series is what did it. But going back, I'll actually check his shooting out, but I think it was consistently under that 10-second mark, and that goes ways and ways. Marvin Dog is celebrating, very much deserving of that gold medal. It's been a long time coming for Dog.
Beautiful moment when he realised he'd done it, when the just raw effort on his face turned into unbridled joy. Let's have a look back at the moments of the contest. Dog who started in 3rd place, Fleureau who started in 2nd place. Fleureau, by the way, 20th at the World Cup in Egypt, 40th at the World Cup in Bulgaria.
He's had his shot here and he took full advantage of it.
All started with Elashkar, but right away, Elashkar drifted out of contention, didn't he, from the first visit to the range. And then it was all about those two gentlemen, Dog and Fleureau, from then on.
Yeah, they did dominate the beginning of the race and were consistently in those top 2. It was just a last lap and last shooting series that did put Dog back into 2nd place, but he was able to overtake Fleureau on track. Forrest, by the way, got in there a couple of times.
Yes, he finished 5th ultimately. Seb Forrest was really part of the conversation. What was so interesting was the emergence of Kowalczyk as well as things went on. That was where Fleureau came out in just in incredibly quick time, along with Griech, because Griech was for a large part of this likely to get onto the podium. He finished 4th in the end.
Yeah, Kowalczyk, you can see the back of your shot there. There is Kowalczyk, and he's just consistently moving up. We didn't really see him because we were focused on the leaders, but he was quietly making his way up. Again in the range, Fleureau got that last shooting series done before Dog. Both were out at similar times, but Ugo led for the first 200 meters or so, and then it was Dog who overtook him on track.
Once he'd passed Fleureau, then you have the sense that the job had been done by the brilliant Marvin Dog. Superb performance, and this is it. That's the moment. All of the effort into the relaxation and the joy. He looks behind and realizes he cannot be caught. Gold will be his prize.
Can't think of a man more deserving today. I mean, Marvin Dog, from the beginning till the end, was up there. Fencing was incredible. OCR was consistent. Swimming was good, not the quickest, was good. And that just goes to show that you don't need to be the star of every single discipline. You just need to be well within the group and the pack. And that is what this man has done today.
The same can be said of Fleureau, can't it? We actually said a couple of times throughout the coverage that he isn't somebody who is right in the forefront of your mind because he's such a consummate all-rounder. And he put it all together today.
Yeah, he did. Ugo Fleureau taking home silver for France. Beautifully earned as well. We'll hear from the winners in just a short moment's time now, because I want to get their perspective and what they thought of the race and what they made out of it and who they kind of realized was around them in the shooting range or in the running course.
The classified results in the men's competition: 6th place to Leo Borri, 5th to Seb Forrest, and 4th place to Marek Griech, with the bronze medal being won by Yuri Kowalczyk of Ukraine, silver to Ugo Fleureau of France, and the gold medal to Marvin Dog of Germany. Congratulations to the rest of them. They all played their part. They all gave us a right old contest in Hungary, and they really did earn their plaudits for making it through to the men's final at the Pentathlon World Cup. That in itself an amazing accomplishment. Over to James, who's got some very happy athletes with him.
Yeah, we certainly have. Oh, wow. I mean, look, let's start by suggesting that there's a 13 on your shirt, which shows just how much time you had to make up in that race, starting in 13th, finish on the podium. Just how difficult was that race, Yuri?
Thank you for the question. I think bad fencing, but I think maybe in 10 top it will be great, but stay in the moment, stay in here, and step, and I can do it. I think I can do it. Let's go, 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 go. So amazing. I can say because it's so. Thank you, Budapest. Thank you, UIPM. This is amazing competition and amazing people. So I'm very, very happy to be here.
Yeah, your mind has blown ours too, because that was an amazing performance. Talk to us about what it was like in the shooting range, because so many athletes in the range at the same time. Hard to focus in those situations, isn't it?
you must be here, and the moment don't see anybody, only you and target. So it's only like this.
I'm sure you've got many friends and family watching back home. Just into the camera, say some Ukrainian words to them, please.
Ми це зробили. Дякую команді, дякую всім, хто в моїй команді. Рухаємося далі. Це тільки початок, тому все буде Україна. Дякую.
Congratulations, you're bronze medalist Yuri Kowalczyk. Well done, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's a great message, isn't it, that he kept reiterating, stay in the moment, stay focused on yourself.
Yeah, I think one of the things that the athletes forget, that it's all about the here and now. It's not about what you did before, and that was kind of what we talked about after OCR, staying in the moment and focusing on the next task at hand. But not only that, he says that he just focused on his own target, on his own running. He wasn't aware of anyone else around him, and eventually Kowalczyk was able to get back on to the podium. Kowalczyk, a fascinating performance from him.
Now we're going to hear from Hugo Fleureau, the silver medalist. He's with James.
Well, Hugo, that was phenomenal from you. Just talk to us about the race, because it was a really good battle between you and Marvin Dog. In the end, settling for silver, but I'm sure you're delighted with your performance.
Yeah, I want to thank Marvin Dog. We started from the same qualification 4 days ago, and we all the time close during the laser run event, so it was tough. It was also maybe the most stressful day of my life, because after I make a great fencing, I knew I was capable of something, and I stressed a lot. I shaking during obstacles, shooting, swimming was hard, running was so hard, but I stay focused, I stay concentrate, and after the two World Cups of the beginning of the year, it was very bad. I was a little bit down, but I'm still working. I still be smart, not overthinking. Refocus myself to prepare better as I can for the last World Cup. And thanks God, I am on the podium, so I'm so happy today.
Well recovered. You did an amazing job today, and I think you'll probably agree that was one of the all-time classic men's finals, especially the laser run. The top 10 separated by 16 seconds. How fun was that to compete in?
Modern Pentathlon became so much fun. I love Modern Pentathlon. Look, the venue is amazing, the crowd is amazing. We are all very close, so the spectacle is amazing. I think we deserve more via mediatic visibility, but we will coming soon as possible, and I think it will be the best thing in the few years.
And just finally, a message in French for the French crowd here and your French supporters watching back home, because the chants of Allez le Bleu have been echoing throughout the arena here in Budapest. The spirit within this French team is quite incredible. A message in French.
Merci beaucoup à tous, merci beaucoup à vous, ma famille, mes amis, à tous les podos d'entraînement. C'est grâce à vous, on a une équipe de ouf, 8 podiums d'affilée, c'est énorme. On se régale, on a une densité de fou, on se tire vers le haut, c'est génial. Merci à Charlotte qui me regarde, je le sais, même s'il est 2 h du matin. Merci à tout le monde, merci à ma mère qui me regarde aussi. Merci à tous ceux qui me soutiennent. C'était dur, c'était émotionnel ces derniers temps, c'était vraiment une période pas facile. Mais on a su se relever et revenir. Merci au coach. Et voilà, back-to-back podium in Budapest.
Well done. Listen, congratulations, Master. You're silver medalist. Hugo Fleureau. Well done, man. Great interview.
What a nice man. How human, how warm, how vulnerable an interview that was from Hugo Fleureau.
Yeah, it was just, I think the post-race interviews is the time that we really get to see their personalities shine. That's the first time they talk directly to us and to the audience. And it's very obvious that this meant a huge deal to him.
Well, there's just one more gentleman to hear from. Who else could it be but Marvin Dog? And he's with James now. Here's the man of the moment.
Yeah, we're joined by the gold medalist, Marvin Dog. Listen, Marvin, you've had to work hard for this first World Cup gold medal. Obviously, you've had silvers in the past. You had the silver medal at the World Cup final in 2019. Just talk to us about how much of a special moment it is for you to finally win a gold medal at the World Cup. You must be delighted.
Yeah, it feels like really special for me because last year I didn't train. Normally, I thought I would stop. But then at September, I got the call that they would give me a chance to come back. So I knew to work hard to come back on the same level because there are so many strong athletes and with the new discipline. But thanks to all the other athletes in my training group who showed me like all the things at the OCR, I was able to catch up. And yeah, this is not just a medal for me, it's just a medal for the whole team, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been an absolute roller coaster. Talk to us about that final lap, because a really nice battle between you and Olga Floro. He mentioned you guys were in qualifications together, then you're battling with each other on the final lap. You have a strong sprint finish, we know this, but just describe that final lap for us.
Yeah, I saw Floro was a little bit ahead of me, but sorry against him, but he's not that kind of like Joseph Chong. So I know I can beat him quite easily. That's why, sorry for him.
Memories of the 2019 World Cup final there. You put those memories to bed. Just finally, a message in German. You said how important this is, not just for you, but for your whole team. So a message of thanks, I think, to them in German.
Ja, nochmal auf Deutsch. Danke an alle Trainer, die hier sind, die zu Hause sind, die mich unterstützt haben, die mir auf dem Weg jetzt zurück die Chance gegeben haben, die Ruhe gelassen haben, dass ich jetzt wieder da ankommen kann, wo ich vielleicht vorher auch gewesen sein könnte. Und ich will sagen, das ist jetzt nur ein Anfang. Wir haben ein starkes Team und ich hoffe, wir machen das gemeinsam.
Marvin, many congratulations, folks. Your gold medalist, Marvin Dodd. Give it up for Marvin.
Huge congratulations to Marvin Dog. A wonderful story there of actually taking control of your own destiny. He thought he might be done. He thought that might be it. And it wasn't it.
That was a big turning point for him. I mean, getting a call in September telling him that you're back on the team. This is why Marvin is here on the podium today. And I am very grateful that he didn't lose hope and that he didn't retire, because we want to see more of that.
And it's a wonderful lesson, isn't it, to everyone out there? If you're one of those athletes sitting at home watching this who's thinking maybe my own race is run, maybe my own journey is done, you have gentlemen like him who are proof that that's actually not the case. There is always a pathway back to some degree.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, he's an embodiment of that, as you just said. And this is not the first time he's been hit hard by some sort of circumstance. We talked to Marvin before. He's been very, very transparent with us that he kind of struggled a bit during Olympic year with mental health issues, and he's come back from that, and that is huge. And back again to the human part of these athletes, they go through struggles and they have their issues, but they show up when they need to, and they get back from that, and it makes them stronger.
And all of that led to this performance today. He put it all together in exactly the right way. What a display from Marvin Dog. He came out, didn't he, just in such great spirits, ready to tackle the fencing, and tackle it he did with gusto. Was third in the fencing, then went on. Nice work in the obstacle section of the course. He was in 6th place there after that was done, then went to the pool. Not necessarily the quickest of displays from him in the pool, but it was secure, wasn't it? And came into the laser run in 3rd position. Yeah,
I mean, laser run is his strongest discipline. Worked on his fencing as well. He's an experienced fencer. Again, the fact that you don't need to shine in every single discipline, and he's got the balance right and finished that off with an incredible finish against Hugo Floro, who is a very formidable opponent indeed. Well, huge congratulations to Marvin Dog, the winner of the men's competition at the Pentathlon World Cup in Budapest. Coming up, the awards ceremony in Budapest and the setting of the Box Sports Centre.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the medal ceremony of the UIPM 2026 World Cup here in Budapest. Please welcome our medalists and presenters.
Congratulations to all of these gentlemen. The top 6 are to be honoured in an extended podium at the Pentathlon World Cup in Budapest. What a competition, Mariam.
What a competition indeed. It's been dramatic from day one, from qualifications, semi-finals, finals. These athletes have gone through 4 days of competition to make it up on the podium today and finish strong with our 3 medalists and indeed our extended podium, who've done a lot. And starting off with Leo Bori in 6th place.
Seb Forrest of Great Britain finishing 5th. Marek Gric of Czechia finishing 4th.
He was very close to a podium finish as well. Very, very close. Held on to 3rd for the majority of the race, I'd say.
He will be presented with these rather stunning bouquets.
And again, it's always nice to recognize those who just missed out on podiums, because potentially we'll see them on the podium in the next competitions.
Well, from those lovely flowers to the sweet smell of success.
How good was Seb Forrest today, by the way?
Marvellous.
Yeah, he was...
And only 19?
Yeah, he's one of the youngsters, and he's already doing so much in such little time.
So there are your 6th, 5th and 4th place finishers, Bory, Forrest and Gric. This is absolutely fantastic. Yuri Kowalczyk of Ukraine was 13th coming into the laser run. He made up 10 positions and he is on the podium.
Yeah, Kowalczyk was insane from start to finish. Didn't get to see him up on screen that much, but here's his moment now as he receives his very well-deserved bronze medal. Yuri Kowalczyk is the bronze medalist here in Budapest at the 3rd World Cup of this 2026 season.
Yuri Kowalczyk of Ukraine, the bronze medalist.
In 2nd place, and winner of the silver medal, representing France,
Hugo Fleureau, take it all in, sir. You've earned it. Such hard work. And after such a difficult start to the season, he was nowhere near where he wanted to be at the first 2 World Cups. And look at him now. What an all-round performance.
Yeah, and it definitely wasn't luck. Hugo Fleureau had to work hard for it. And you mentioned he was in the same qualification group as Marvin Dog as well. So they've been through this entire journey together, came from qualifications, reduced down from 4 qualifications to 2 semi-finals. They've had seeding round, semi-finals to go through, and now sit on the podium here in Budapest.
Hugo Fleureau is the silver medalist. He will have wondered if this moment would ever come. There was a time when he thought that that was it, when there might be no more modern pentathlon for him. But my goodness me, times have changed and fortunes with it. Marvin Dog, the champion in Budapest.
Yeah, Marvin Dog, again. I mean, you look at every single athlete you see, because obviously I talk to them behind the scenes as well. I've known them for a very long time. You've seen their struggles, you've seen their ups and downs, their different pathways and journeys to victory. And you think they're all deserving of it, and they all get their moment in the right time. And today it was Marvin Dog's moment here in Budapest, the gold medalist in the final World Cup of this season. Closed it out nicely with World Cup final to come as well. Let's see what he can do as we take a moment for the national anthem of Germany.
Budapest.
Das Lied der Deutschen, the song of the Germans, with lyrics by August Heinrich Hoffmann von Fallersleben and music by Joseph Haydn, adopted in 1922 and played in honour of Marvin Dog, joined by his fellow medalists in the men's competition at the Modern Pentathlon World Cup in Budapest, Hungary.
I can't believe it's over. This competition flew by. These athletes have given us exceptional performances throughout, women and men. And I'm so excited to see what World Cup final brings in just a few weeks' time. It's time for celebration now. These athletes will not be going home, I'm telling you that. They are gonna party into the night, and they deserve to. Top 6 athletes from this competition. Beautiful picture there up on the podium together.
Well, I hope they can find somewhere to go. There's only about 500,000 restaurants in Budapest, all of which seem to be open until the early hours. They'll be well populated this evening. And they deserve it, don't they? They've got to have some time just to now celebrate, to relax and to enjoy the fruits of their labours. Well, hasn't it been wonderful entertainment? Hasn't it been a spectacular competition in Budapest? And it's been an absolute joy to have your company. Thank you so much for watching from all over the world to see the Modern Pentathlon World Cup in Budapest, and we hope to have your company when the sport returns to Budapest very soon for the World Cup final. But from Mariam Emir and from me, Ollie Hogben, it's farewell until next we meet.
look easy.
Unbelievable talent. He's got himself into the lead. Smile.
Look at that shooting accuracy.
He's going to cross the line as a